Well, I mentioned the shows coming up. Actually, it's Seekonk, Rhode Island, I think. Anyway, that's the second show. Once the rules are posted, I'll mention it. So I got the rules for the Deep South show, and there's some specifications or requirements for anybody who wants to attend. You must be an actively paid IFGA member in order to get admission into the show. It's going to be limited due to the pandemic. It does state in the rules that you must verify that you've had your COVID vaccines. If mask requirements are mandated by the hotel or by the state of Tennessee, that's one of the stipulations that you will have to follow. And the rules say if you can't follow the rules, if you're not vaccinated, and if you can't keep socially distanced and abide by the rules, don't come, because you're not going to be allowed in. Okay, so they're given plenty of advance notice. Anybody that's interested in joining the IFGA, to become a member, if you're in the southern part of the United States and you want to travel to their show, go to the website, ifga.org, and just drop down menu, pay your membership, or renew your membership if it expired, or if you're not on the internet, then you're not watching this video. So I don't have to explain any more about snail mail. Anyway, so the rest of this video is going to show the new breeders I set up this morning. My half-black AOCs. I got a little lax this year. Got too involved in selling off fish because I wasn't showing anything this season because of no shows. But now the shows are going to be starting in August or the end of July. And my availability of my breeding stock is going to be limited because I will be setting males aside for future shows. So that's going to change a little bit. So not going to be having too many specials. If I do, they'll be announced on Friday and they'll end on Sunday at 1 o'clock, as all my specials do. But anyway, so the rest of the video is going to show the new half-black AOC leopards I set up. I'm kind of happy with the progress I've been making. Really trying to get this one line to throw more purple lavender type leopards, as well as the yellow. I mean, the yellow leopards do really well at the shows, but I just happen to like, for a preference, the lavender purple and the Kwartler. So, with no further ado, I'll say adios. Well, these are all my half-black AOC breeders I'm setting up this week. Well, at the end of the week already. I'm usually done by the Saturday after Easter, but I'm beginning today. So these are the lightest. This is the lightest male out of my half-black purple, lavender, yellow leopards. Decent pattern, fairly matched dorsal. Females have some pattern in their caudals, whereas this is the same line, different drop, younger male, more yellow. As you can see, they're in sequential order. So this is 435, these were 436, and these I set up in a group, half-black purple leopards. I'm hoping that the yellow will fade out as they get older and it will become more of a lavender leopard. So now that I picked my breeders, and I'm going to set some aside for the show in August, Well, there's actually 2 shows in August. One in the beginning of the month and one at the end of the month. I think the first show, I know the first show is in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, which is the Deep South Club. And I believe the second show is going to be New England. I don't have the rules yet, but they usually have it up in either Massachusetts or New Hampshire. Seekonk. These are all similarly matched males. So I spent my morning setting up my half-black AOC breeders for this season. Hopefully they'll start dropping in July and August. That'll take me through the winter. When picking breeders, especially if you're going to pick more than one male, try to get very similar size, shape, and color males. Now when you're dealing with a pattern, it gets a little more intricate. Trying to pick males closely matching. Half-black AOCs are very tough, even for me. When you're dealing with solids like blues or greens or reds, all you have to do is look for size and shape. On most strains, if they're a good strain. And when it comes to the females, I try to select the females with the thickest peduncles, the darkest half-black bodies. And on some lines, I look for some patterns in the caudal in the female. But not all my half-black AOCs females will show any pattern in the caudals. In the caudal. Trying to get an angle where you can see the purple. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's one of my oldest lines of half-black AOCs. Now later, if I'm energetic, I'm going to set up my half-black white leopard breeders. They were crossed into my half-black purple because of fertility issues. Although I did get one drop from my pure line of half-black white leopards, but they're too young. But that's these here. These are the F1s from the whites crossed to the half-black purple leopards. They're very light in caudal color. Don't know how well the pattern's going to be, but here's some older fish. Same line, same cross. So I'll be setting some of these up, if not later today, tomorrow. These look more like my half-black white leopards than the lavender purple leopard cross. But that's okay. I only made the cross because of fertility issues. As a sneak preview of something that popped up out of my American Green strain. Haven't seen this before. I've seen it in my American Purples, which aren't related. But check this out. So I was just looking through this tank of my young American Greens, and lo and behold, I spotted a male with dark pectoral fins like my purples. There he is right there. So this is an American Green. Well, this whole tank is American Greens. This is the only male so far that I see in this tank with the dark pectoral fins. I just like that feature. It's the first time this has popped up in my greens. These are 8 weeks old. They were born on the February 2nd. I noticed that the edge of the quarter was a little irregular. Hopefully that's only a nip from another fish. But you can see the regular greens don't have the dark pectorals. Well, we'll check back with these in another couple weeks. Fish seem to grow a lot faster than my automatic water change tanks.